Ogham writing is unique in that it is a vertical method of writing, starting from the bottom up. Letters are constructed on a vertical baseline. There are 5 groups of 5 letters, each consisting of hash marks on either side of the baseline. Think of the baseline as the trunk of the tree, and the hash marks as its branches, as shown on the screen. A mandala can be constructed using the letters of the Ogham. This mandala consists of 5 concentric circles upon which the letters are inscribed. This mandala is known as Finn's window. It comes from the Irish word fiaga find. Fiaga in this case means ridgepole or roof tree. So if you can imagine yourself lying on your back and looking up at the ceiling of an ancient Celtic roundhouse, you might get an idea of the origin of this name. You may also see it as lying at the base of a tree and looking up at the branches. Each letter on Finn's window represents a branch, and each branch represents a tree of the Ogham. So in a way, Finn's window is a tree of trees. The tree of life, or the world tree, is a concept shared in the mythologies of many cultures. The tree of life is found in the Bible, in many Native American mythologies, in Hinduism, in the Kabbalah, in Buddhism, in Norse mythology, and in Celtic mythology. The Irish tree of life is called Crombea. The general idea of the world tree, or the tree of life, is that it's a giant tree at the center of the earth. It's the axis upon which the world turns. It also unites the 3 realms of the chthonic, or the underworld, Middle-earth, where the animals and humans dwell, and the heavens. The roots of the world tree go deep into the underground, and its branches reach high into the heavens. So the world tree is present in all 3 realms at once. The world tree, or the tree of life, is also seen as the source of all life energy. It's the origin of the Noephra, which radiates from its branches and its roots, giving life to all living creatures. Since it's the source of all life, it is a tree of trees providing the life energy for all other trees in the world. These trees in turn provide food, shelter, and habitat for other living creatures. Finn's window, or Finn's wheel, was named after the Druid Finn MacCool, since it symbolically incorporates the trees and the plants, the stars, the moon, and divination. It represents the source of all knowledge. For this reason, it's often used as a focal point for Druidic meditation. Finn's wheel is a graphic representation of the concept of the tree of life. It contains the 5 groups of 5 letters of the Ogham in 5 circles. Each of the letters of the Ogham represents a plant. 13 of the letters also represent the moons of the pagan year. The circles of Finn's window can also be interpreted as the path of the stars as they make their nightly and yearly circuits across the sky. The layout of Finn's wheel incorporates the number 5 as well. There are 5 circles in 5 groups of 5 letters. The 5-fold nature of the window can represent the 5 kingdoms of ancient Ireland, or the 5 phases of life, which are infancy, adolescence, adulthood, middle age, and old age, or the 5 elements of earth, air, fire, water, and void, or the 5 directions, north, south, east, west, and center, or the 5 types of knowledge: knowledge of nature, knowledge of mind, knowledge of spirit, knowledge of magic, and knowledge of being, or any number of other 5-fold interpretations. Bards in training in the Black Mountain Druid Order also learn 5 types of breath control to aid them in seeking inspiration and properly modulating their voices for the recitation of poetry and prose. The ability to control the breath leads to the ability to alter consciousness, and inspiration is nothing if not a type of consciousness. As you study the Ogham, it may help to have Finn's wheel handy for reference. As your knowledge of the Ogham increases, you may wish to study the relationships of the various symbols on the wheel and their associations. For example, the Ogham character Rus represents the elder tree and the elder moon. The divinatory meaning of Rus is transition and rebirth. On Finn's window, this symbol is associated with the winter solstice, the element of earth, and the cardinal direction of north. It is also the symbol closest to the center of the wheel. The center represents the sacred well of knowledge, or Ceridwen's cauldron of inspiration. What is the relationship of all of these representations and interpretations? What does rebirth have to do with the winter solstice, or with the element of earth, or with the north? What does it mean that Roos is so close to the source of all knowledge on Finn's wheel? As you contemplate these meanings, remember that there is no right or wrong answer to these questions. As long as you are able to find relationships that are meaningful to you, then your interpretation is a good one. Hi, this is Shenka. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying these videos, don't forget to subscribe and click on that little bell icon so you're informed when we release a new video. We try to release a new video at least once a week. And if you're interested in the Black Mountain Druid Order, you can visit our website at blackmountaindruidorder.com. You can also learn more about me, my books, and my music at shenkaskane.com.